Hello, my name is Joelle George, and this is my Instant Ice Lab. These are my water bottles that were in the freezer for 2 hours and 45 minutes. The first thing we're going to do is the water bottle snap. So I'm just going to take this water bottle and hit it against the desk, and it should freeze. It does look a little frozen up at the top. So it's kind of frozen in pieces. So that's the first one. Next I'm going to take an ice cube in here and then pour some of the water on top of it. Alright, so I have my ice cube in there. Then I'm just going to open one of these water bottles. Alright, we're just going to pour the water on top. This isn't really forming our instant ice, but this water bottle does feel pretty frozen, so let me try one of the other ones. So that was unsuccessful. That one did not work. We should have seen the ice coming up out from this ice cube. Anyways, we'll move on to the third one. And I'm just going to pour some water into this glass and then put an ice cube on top. Alright, so we're putting the water in the water bottle. Then I'm taking my ice cube, and I'm just going to put this right in here. And unfortunately, that one also didn't work too well. Although it does look like the ice cube's gotten bigger. It is turning kind of into that slushy thing that they had mentioned into the video. This is what it looks like now. So, it's different, I guess, than normal ice, but maybe not quite the effect we had been hoping to achieve. So we'll just kind of look and see what was supposed to happen here. So, for our instant ice, the phenomenon we're looking at is supercooling, which is the phenomenon in which a liquid can be temporarily cooled to below its freezing point. So the video had said to put the water bottles in the freezer for the 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm assuming that's the temperature at which they're kind of in between being liquid and being frozen. The heat is then removed from the liquid so rapidly that the molecules do not have time to assume an ordered structure of a solid. The supercooled liquid is very unstable, as we just mentioned, that is at a temperature where it's kind of between a liquid and a solid. It can quickly solidify with gentle stirring or an addition of a small seed crystal of the same substance. The seed here was supposed to be the ice cube. I guess we can try kind of stirring and see if that does anything. No. Not so much. Anyways, the ice cube was supposed to act as our seed. And then I found this graphic here where the temperature is here on our y-axis and time on our x-axis. And this just looks at where water is liquid, so over here, and then when it turns into ice over here. And then this was kind of the state that we were aiming for here. So I don't know if it didn't work. Maybe my freezer wasn't cold enough or something along those lines, but this was the area that we were like aiming for it to be in. Next, I just wanted to go over a real life instance of the instant ice phenomenon. I thought this was pretty cool. An example of this is the winter flounder, which is pictured here. So of course, mammals like you or I, we have the same body temperature no matter what, but fish are a little bit different, and they do have to survive in colder waters, especially during the winter. So the winter flounder uses supercooling to survive winter temperatures. Their livers actually secrete non-colligative protein into the bloodstream. So it's supposed to act kind of like an antifreeze. This is a picture of like what the protein is supposed to look like. This one right here is what that protein looks like that is excreted. And then it starts synthesizing before winter, so that way it can be in their body before the first freeze, which I thought was pretty interesting. Apparently their body knows as the daylight shortens, that means winter's coming, so that's when they start synthesizing this special protein. And then essentially it increases the concentration of solutes in the body fluids. With those increased solutes, that lowers their freezing point. However, they do have to be very careful because they have to live very far away from the water surface, because as we've seen, they would instantly freeze if they came into contact with ice. So this does allow them not to freeze as long as they don't get too close to anything that could essentially cause them to freeze. But I thought this was a cool real life example of that.